Let's start with the product side because I guess over the last few months we've spent a lot of time evaluating, following research actually we did with our retail partners where we had gaps in our supply offer, both on the loose side and the finished jewellery categories. So on the loose side we've definitely enhanced it with greater options on fancies, both round and straight edge. As well as specialist cuts and hearts and arrow pattern type rounds. So we have a really strong base now of suppliers on the loose side. Oh, and also within loose we have two suppliers that are supporting fancy colours, yellows primarily. On finished jewellery, we are obviously a diamond brand, so we've tried to concentrate our offer into solitaire categories. That obviously includes bridal, but also a lot of post-bridal categories. And we've tried to also expand, and we have been successful in adding design variants within the offer from different manufacturers. And our most recent partner that's come on board in that regard is Norman Silverman. And certainly around the booth here, you can see many different varieties of product offer. As far as our jewelers are concerned, I think when we spoke to you last, we were probably around about 150 doors at that time. We ended the year for the US, that is, around 220 doors. We will probably come out of Vegas around 320, and our aim is to get to around 350 doors by the year end. And we think that that's a very reasonable and solid base of retailers that will give us a good national geographic distribution whilst maintaining levels of exclusivity which are important to our partners. The Centre of My Universe campaign that we introduced last fall has been tremendously successful, and we plan to continue that through this coming year. We, through that communication, hit a home run in terms of hitting the emotional nerves of consumers and why they really want diamonds. And we got tremendous response from the holiday. That we took that momentum into the new year, and we built on it through the spring and bridal season, through Mother's Day, and we've just finished coming off television prior to coming to Vegas. And I was pleased to announce, actually, Philippe Mellier, our CEO of De Beers, who was here earlier in the week, I was pleased to announce that we'll continue on national television with that same commercial through this holiday as well. I think we use pretty much the same media marketing tactics to either our two core targets, be that a bridal target or a what we call a post-married target. I think what's interesting is that Forevermark has the different components to the Forevermark promise. There's the promise of an absolutely beautiful, rare diamond, and there's also the promise that you can have absolute trust, reassurance on its origin and where it's come from, that responsibly sourced message. And I think what we definitely find is that that part of our messaging resonates much more strongly with the bridal customer, and that's a consequence of the millennial group that are coming through that are much more sensitive to social responsibility issues, and I think as a category we really need to be very mindful of that group because they're going to be our future buyers. So I'm very confident that at least within Forevermark we have a very solid offer to them. And this is very much backed up by research that we see. We commissioned, or well, we didn't commission, we purchased some research from the Luxury Institute that talked about that trend in social responsibility issues and how they affect luxury purchasing. And it was very interesting in looking at some of the trends that they showed, and they were increasing very, very dramatically. Sorry, I can't remember the exact percent. So we plan to continue to look very carefully at that sort of research going forward, and it will inform our approach to marketing for sure.